the last time we review about this comic, because in a few videos do this. Let's go for Almond Cookie, which is I pretty saw here, and this is absolutely we're not gonna be going for her around here. Let's go for one thing when Almond Cookie is. This is actually for a great gingerbread man that perhaps that is absolutely pretty stands for that Almond Cookie is. He was the officer or a detective, which is absolutely for detective of the ancient sea for around here. So looks like we got first right over here. Cookie murder mystery, which is absolutely for gingerbread mystery that we just eventually saw. But I just care less that we're gonna be doing this. Let's go review the comic we got absolutely right over here. When there's actually murders over here. So we just never gonna be saw it all. And we got one comment. Looks like that she said Twisted Mint by SauceQuest31. So we got for our eventually many more clips to do this, and the longest clip was actually looked like this thing. So this is absolutely for one year. I'm gonna be start over here, and I'll be say for one thing, and I'm probably sure that we got absolutely. But before we're gonna be reading of this one, we got a lot of tags, which is we got Coca, Angel, which is a little kid of for a female gingerbread woman. That must be Almond Cookie. He was for the officer of the undercover police forces of agency. But looks like he was the detective whatsoever for such as Almond Cookie. He's a gingerbread big man over here. Malsos was just a small female. Aloe was a scientist and extreme futurized monstrosity for just only one thing. She was a moderations or modernization, futurization program like this. I think this isn't gonna be pretty enough. And it was pretty act like Roblox as well. Another one is Devil Cookie, one thing, which is one siblings for just a little small couple. Peppermint was just a smallest kid or smaller kid for just like that. She came from her mother was the very Marshmallow. Maricon was a drummer. She was such as parade leader. And Wizard Cookie, he died alongside for just his buddy. So I'm gonna be start over here. So he said recently there must be a murder, but I didn't know who did it. Almond Cookie are supposed that I mean victims for the murder mystery for about of these guys over here. And this is the body of Wizard Cookie. He came into a sudden murder, but some evidence won't be to do this. Why not to keep me vote one of their by their name? So, who's going to be for such as one thing? I think the twisted things does not gonna be able to be matter as well. So, that's not Twisted Mint, it's Marshmallow. Looks like I didn't came for about for I'm gonna be finding some more comic. And that is recently the end of like this comic, but I'm probably sure that isn't gonna be probably right. Let's get back into this one action, and we really know for about for there's only one thing. So there must be the taken officer Une, taken officer Due. Looks like we're gonna be going down. Oh, we got some more, and a little bit for some more again. Another tiring day for just a little bit feed like this going on. And the next thing we're gonna be probably found for Disgrace Authority. We're gonna be reviewing for just another comic we got here for just we got no comics. Looks like we got 6 clips. I just made my itself for a a loading screen for GTA. There must be 3 cookies around for this. 2 of them a couple for just a family, and probably why they were living in clotted cream cookies chamber. We got 3 tags. Latte cookie, which means a beautiful female for just a gingerbread woman around here. Almond cookie, it was probably right over here on those 3 clips. And for the same as 3 clips was 1 cream puff cookie is a daughter for a small like this for a future face for a cartoon for just one thing. A cartoon face of the future, probably everywhere for about of this thing. So let's read all the story that he said. I don't know what if it's all fits together, but I'm all points of one thing was not guilty that she said. Both of them says are not guilty for said almond and latte. So you got the Otisby right, she said. She was nothing absolutely. Do you know what your client is? Client is for one thing. He doesn't absolutely pretty saying anything as well. So let's just head it back and oh dear, we got cops and robbers. We're gonna be doing this in the near future that we just about to actually said. We got 1, 2, 3. She went out of this only one thing for just only one purpose. So looks like that must be for many more reasons. We got a lot of comics as well, and that is recently a lot. We got many of those tags for many more cookies we got here. We got Alchemist cookie, Dr. Wasabi, yogurt cream, Mercurial Night, creme brulee, silver cookie, silver bell, almond, mustard, lilac, vampire, linzer, clover, walnut, and cookie malls we got over here. But I didn't see for just about those words. Here we are. We're gonna be talking about for this only one, starting all the way from the top, right here in Paint 3D. So starting right over here, let's talk about grounded videos. I think that probably I was so confusing that we're gonna be reading this. The Unlimited video was made in 2007 by a guy named Alvin Hung and was made for education purposes, but nowadays it's not really educational. But website is now known for their grounded videos, but now did this get too popular as well? So it's all for started for just about that she said and he was. And he said it all started with a video called Brian Gets in Trouble at School in 2011, causing the permanent scar on the website, officially being the trend of the community. That Yogurt Cream said. Lilac but probably says the rise of the grounded videos become popular 1 year later, and now it was signature mark on the website. Thankfully the video is unlisted. Another clip for just only one thing. There was even a Punishment Day videos, and oh my god, where do I start? Some examples of murders, mocking to death of Jesus Christ, talking or not, shower or racism or their own kids. You hear me? That Walnut Cookie said. The punishments are outright brutal. If I ever did that, I would take a mentic for a maniac and would probably get arrested, Almond Cookie said. I think this is probably such as one police officer. I think Doctor or an Officer Tenape, who's going to be reviewing for this comic for like this one. That she said, don't forget to about the behavior card they known as dead meat videos. These contain multicolored cards, and you can reward for punishment depending upon the color of the card. These videos are usually and in surprising for legal itself for impounded person like these things. So another comic that the next clip is going to be such as Underground. Why I don't recommend to Garniment for you. That is the recent for a title for one purpose, like this one. The reasons are punishing you is a child just playing dumb. Examples were watching the Super Bowl, nothing get really a match wrong, something questioningly wrong, and more that I saw coming representing random videos in a nutshell. Where custard grounds, clotted cream, just having green eyes reality. That's that one thing for the Mercury cookie like this one. So I'm pretty sure that we're gonna be adding for such as Mercury like this Murata. So I didn't pretty know about of these making videos for sure. But Mercury and all was actually for his name. We should be able to be spawned. For like this, here it is. It must be the Mercury Grand Marquis. And its brand looked like probably this. For not the same person, that isn't gonna be pretty about, so I just gonna be respawning again. So let's just probably look closely. For those who not matching the colors between a car and probably some sort of like this thing, it says Mercury for just about here, but now it was probably look like unknown for the person. It was a female voice acting for someone else for one of their things without just I'm probably to do this. No one of these real reasons on the ground, you kid. A real reason would to be forgetting to the chores. That might not be a reason, but I had to. Said Silver Bell Cookie around here, which is a little bit small kid. She was a little bit trying, but I would absolutely try to do this. Next clip, we had the Holiday Express characters that I almost forgot. A lot of videos overuse a letter, and the word grounded they say for zero multiple amount of times, and would be say word grounded for a lot of times. If you won't see for words and over, people will get tired of it, said Creme Brulee. I cannot explain the overuse of these words in a sentence because I will be considered cringe. Oh yes, and don't forget about this ridiculous year amount of wanna explain cheese choco. Slens said Lindsay Cookie about of this beautiful female cookie around here. Let's do for another thing on this clip. Two chess cookies were angry, but one was the anger and one does not. For around here. Alright, these parents ground their child like they're billion years, like seriously. Just ground them all for a month or for a year until they're going to be shoot you in the face and being banned from their country. And that's it. There will be also put in random number like 764788 74 49 71 43 90 03 47 609 37 41 47 95 89 12 47 56 89 94 13 49 8 and call it years. What on earth was she trying to say about? Said that white chocolate chess. Who can live for a billion years? No one was you aggressive for around for them for that long, and that would essentially to consider a bad parent just for a week or a month. Unfortunately, it was years, decades, and centuries. That wasn't gonna be pretty okay. That was pretty make sense. If you let me know down in the comments, wasn't gonna be pretty making sense. That is one last clip, which is by the Cookie Run Studio around here. Now let's talk about episodes where Kenlin already right here for a shot right here in 2016. Wild Brain actually made the episode where the Kenlin actually, which means the grounded videos on Canon. Really think it shouldn't be able to be unsafe for to do this. Let's just gonna be going to get away from this one. But we don't have any much of those comics as well. Alright, that I never pretty much to do this, and I get it for just we're gonna be doing this for later on, but I essentially that we're not gonna be doing for leftover.